All right, so in a couple days, I'm gonna be traveling to go stay with my family for the Thanksgiving holidays. And so as I'm packing things up, I figured it'd be a good time to film sort of an everyday carry, what's in my backpack, tech, everyday essentials type of video. And I have a bit of a tendency to buy too much random gear, things that I don't really need that just seem cool, shiny object syndrome, that type of thing. And I'm gradually working on trying to be more minimalist and get to the point where every single thing I have, and especially the things I carry with me when I travel, have a genuine, important purpose in my life. And since I've been traveling quite a bit over the past few years, I feel like I've gradually started to dial that in, and I'm pretty happy with where things are at currently. So I've got pretty much all the main essentials that I bring with me in this backpack right now. And I think there's kind of three main categories of the things I have here. One being the tech, gadgets, electronic devices, things I use for just general health and wellness, and then finally some camera gear that I'll mention towards the end. But yeah, let's dive into it. This is the Peak Design 30-liter backpack, I believe. This is the first time I kind of splurged on a proper backpack. For the longest time, I was just using cheap backpacks in college and things that I got off Amazon. And I have to say, this is a super nice backpack. Have no regrets. I think if you are traveling quite a bit and you want to keep your gear and things safe, I think it's definitely worth investing in a high quality backpack. And this one definitely does not disappoint. The material is super nice. They've got like some great warranty, I'm pretty sure. And it's kind of a camera bag. So what that means is there's pockets that unzip on the sides here. So this will like open up, if you can see, and then you can like, if you have big cameras or lenses, you can easily access them from the sides. I have some camera stuff, but I'm not like super gearhead when it comes to camera things. So I usually have other just regular everyday items in here when I'm traveling. It's got like this nice latch here, which is, I believe, designed for kind of theft protection. So like you can't just pull this up. You have to kind of pull it down and then open it up. And then there's all these nice compartments and things in there. I also have their sling bag. I got this at their store in Ginza in Tokyo actually, and this one's also really nice. I'm still trying to kind of figure out exactly what I want to bring in here. I'd like to bring my camera, and it can sort of fit my camera and the iPad, but I'm still kind of dialing in exactly what I bring in here. But this I use quite frequently as well. Anytime it's just like a quick day outing, I'll bring this sling with me as well, and it's nice because they match colors. All right, so let's start taking things out of here. We do this top pocket. This is where you can store things like my laptop. This is the 2021 16-inch MacBook Pro M1 Pro chip, I believe that's correct. And this is kind of just my daily driver for all of my personal related work, editing videos, YouTube, anything that's not like my day job. For my day job, I have to use some annoying ThinkPad Windows PC thing that I hate using. But for everything else, I use this MacBook Pro. And I also have this nice kind of black leather skin on here. I believe this is from D brand, if I remember correctly. I got the M1 Pro chip for this, and it's been great. I got it originally when I was doing more just music production. So at the time, I didn't really have the need for the M1 Max, which I believe has more GPU and is better for graphics and stuff. Now that I do more YouTube stuff, I kind of regret not having the M1 Max. I feel like it does kind of slow down a bit when I'm using DaVinci Resolve or something, editing some heavy video files, but overall, super good laptop. Definitely cannot complain. All right, and we also have in this other pocket next to the laptop sleeve, my iPad Pro. This is the new iPad Pro that I believe came out earlier this year. And I also got it with the Magic Keyboard case thing here. So it's a super nice, high quality case. The keyboard feels pretty similar to just the keyboard on the laptops or the external Magic Keyboard that you can get. To be honest, I'm still trying to figure out the perfect use cases for myself personally, and when to use it over my laptop. Obviously, it's a lot smaller than the 16-inch, so I often take it with me in that Peak Design sling bag, go to coffee shops, things like that. Right now, I use it mainly just for planning out some videos, managing my tasks, looking at my calendar, journaling, taking notes, that type of thing, watching YouTube. I also do like to use this for FaceTime video calls. It's super nice. This new one, they have the webcam up at the top here, so you can just put it down like this, and it's really good for video calls and stuff like that. All right, next up, we have my phone. I've just been using the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the latest one I got back in September. It's a good phone. Obviously, if you are on one of the recent phones, you probably don't need to upgrade. The main thing they added was this camera control button on the side here, which is cool and it functions nicely. It feels pretty cool, but I honestly just don't use it too much because it feels faster to just use the touchscreen controls on the phone as normal. I got it with the 1 terabyte storage because I do use it quite a bit to film videos ever since they added the ProRes log capabilities with the iPhone 15. All those videos take up a crazy amount of storage, but they look super good. I'm using this case from Moft, which I really like because it's completely clear. So most of the time I would, in the past, just use no case because I like to see kind of the finish of the iPhone, but you know, I am worried about breaking it. And I also have my Moft phone wallet tripod, MagSafe tripod wallet on here. I've talked about this before in other videos. Super nice, minimal, convenient accessory. You can basically turn it into a tripod like this, and it holds cards and things. If I'm just leaving the house quickly, I have my license, driver's license, and a credit card in here. This is literally all I need to bring. I don't really need to bring my normal wallet anymore. Back into the bag, we have my AirPods. So I've got the AirPods Pro and AirPods Max. AirPods Pro, super nice, super convenient, definitely worth it in my opinion. AirPods Max, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with these. As you can see, the case is just, the whole design is a little weird. It barely fits into this backpack in this top pocket. It's super annoying to be honest, but it sounds super good. Syncs obviously well with the rest of the Apple ecosystem, but I just wish that they would fix this design and make it more compact like my old Sony headphones that I have. But nevertheless, I do use these quite a bit. All right, and lastly for the Apple devices, we have my Apple Watch Series 5 or 6, I believe. It's a pretty old one, and it's kind of slow and clunky, to be honest. I don't use it for that much besides just tracking my fitness, alarms, weather, time, calendar, checking some notifications, things like that. I wish I could use it more for Siri. That's probably where I feel like it would be the most useful, but it's just so slow. If I ask Siri something, it takes like 10 minutes for her to respond. I think that's supposed to get better with the newer Apple Watches. So if you have an Apple Watch Ultra or one of the later generations, definitely let me know in the comments if you think that's worth it. All right, now next up, to charge all of these devices, I have a couple chargers in my bag here. First is this Anker Mag Go. This one is pretty awesome. It's the latest charger that I've gotten and definitely worth it in my opinion because you can charge all 3 Apple devices, iPhone, AirPods, and Apple Watch all in this little thing. And yeah, this has definitely been worth it for me because I just don't have to carry around all these extra chargers, and it folds up super nice and conveniently like this. Super good for travel. I also got one of their power bricks. This is the GAN Prime. I don't know what the wattage on here is. 100 watt wall charger. And this is just another thing I got in an effort to cut back on some of the cords, become more minimalist, and has definitely been worth it. It's got 2 USB-C ports and a USB-A port, so it can charge my laptop, phone, and something else all at the same time if I need to. So this is basically what I use to charge my laptop. I don't need to carry around the big clunky Apple brick thing. And then I also have just another cord. I think this is also from Anker. Use this mainly to charge my laptop. So 2 chargers here. That's all I need really. All right, next I just want to quickly mention something that I don't necessarily carry with me every day because I physically can't, but it is something that I use every day, and that is what's holding up all of this stuff right now is my standing desk from Flexispot. There's a lot of standing desks out there, and I remember it's super easy to just go down this endless rabbit hole of comparing all the desks, trying to find the differences and figure out which one is best for you. And at least for me, the one that checked all the boxes was the standing desk from Flexispot. I've been using Flexispot's desks for years now and always recommend them to any of my friends and family who are looking to upgrade their desk setup. The one I got is this curved bamboo finish that feels super high quality and sturdy, and also came with this nice monitor stand with drawers to keep your desk organized. You can also add wheels on the bottom, which makes it really convenient to move the desk around or rearrange your room as needed while still being sturdy and secure. Best of all, they have a 15-year warranty and 30-day risk-free return. So if you're looking to upgrade your desk setup and want to get a reliable standing desk that you can keep for the long term, click the link in the description to see the Flexispot desk that I'm using. Big thanks to Flexispot for sponsoring this video. All right, now let's get into some of the things I carry with me for just general health and wellness. This stuff might not seem as exciting as some of the fancy gadgets and Apple tech things that I use. But when it comes to just your quality of life, how good you feel on a daily basis, and even your productivity, I think this stuff makes way more of a difference than any of the gadgets over here. And to be honest, costs a fraction of the price. So let's start with just the Oura Ring. This is my main sort of fitness tracker that I wear pretty much 24/7. I've tried the Apple Watch, obviously, and I used to wear a Whoop strap. And this is the one that I've stuck with, mainly because it's just so minimal. You forget that you even have it on, and it just kind of tracks everything, not just your sleep, but a bunch of other health metrics in the background. You only have to charge it like once a week. I basically just take it off when I'm gonna shower. I put it on the charger, and by the time I'm out of the shower, it is fully charged. So would definitely recommend this to anyone who wants to start tracking some of their health metrics. Shout out to my friends who got this for me a couple years ago for my birthday. All right, next up we have my water bottle. This might seem a little weird to mention in this video, but this one's a little special because it's completely stainless steel and there's absolutely zero plastic anywhere on here, including the lid. I think I actually had someone in one of the videos comment asking where I got my water bottle from. It's just from Amazon. I wrote down the company, it's called Bamball, but it's super nice, completely stainless steel. Even the top, I think it just has bamboo. There's a little silicone ring here, but no plastic whatsoever. I'm really trying to make an effort to remove as much plastic from my life as I can, especially with things related to food or drinks. Obviously, you can't completely eliminate your exposure to things like microplastics, but I try my best, and I think this is a very easy way to do so, and it's cheap too. It was reasonable price, maybe like $15, $16. It's not like one of those crazy hydro flasks that cost like 50 bucks, but cost 10 cents to make in China. All right, and next up, if I open up my bag here, I have just a box of supplements. And so this will hold up to 2 weeks. I've got a few different supplements that I'm taking: creatine, vitamin D, zinc, things like that. But this is super nice, especially when I'm traveling. I can just load it up for 2 weeks, bring it with me, and it fits nicely in my bag. So supplements there. And I also will bring these Element electrolyte packs. So these are super convenient to travel with. You can just put them into water, you get your electrolytes, and they taste good. So got a bunch of these, take with me. And I also bring these Chomps beef sticks. So these are super nice. They, I think, still sell them at Costco, but it's grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Doesn't have like sugar or random garbage ingredients in here. Super convenient. I can just bring some of these to the airport, eat them on the plane, don't have to eat the garbage airport food, and get some of my protein. Next up, we have my portable travel coffee setup, and that involves this AeroPress, and I have this Timor C2 hand grinder, I believe. So recently I've really gotten into the hobby of making coffee and matcha and various different drinks. And part of that, what I started with was this AeroPress, super fun way to make coffee, and portable. You can bring with you anywhere and make a great cup of coffee with it. Now I know I just mentioned how I'm trying to avoid plastics with my water bottle, and this thing is completely plastic. So that's obviously not ideal. I did see they released a glass premium version of the AeroPress. Right now it's on back order, I think. So I'll probably get that eventually, just because I don't really like the idea of pouring hot water onto plastic and then drinking it. But for now, this is my portable coffee setup. All right, next up we have my Kindle. This is the Kindle Paperwhite, I believe. Got this a few years ago, and I really think it's probably one of the best investments you can make into your education. After going to university, after taking courses, podcasts, watching YouTube videos, still think that books are probably the best source of knowledge out there, and they're one of the cheapest as well. And you can carry unlimited books on this little thing. So this could seriously change your life depending what books you read. And it's not that expensive. It'll definitely pay you back with the returns in terms of the knowledge that you get from the books that you read. The only thing that I hate about the Kindle is typing on it. So when I read, I like to highlight things and make little notes on the highlights, and the keyboard on the Kindle is just terrible. So sometimes if I'm gonna be taking lots of notes, I'll use my iPad for that, because I can actually type things, but then you kind of have the distractions of the iPad. So it's tricky. I wish they could somehow improve the touchscreen keyboard on the Kindle. That would be a game changer for me, but otherwise definitely great product, would highly recommend. All right, and lastly for this section, I will bring some type of notebook with me. In this case, I have a Moleskine undated planner. So this one's pretty cool. It's got kind of the days of the week on the side here and just regular blank pieces of paper. on the other side. And I honestly keep going back and forth between using somewhat of an analog productivity system and then digital productivity system. I think they both have their benefits. And maybe one day I'll make a video where I just only use pen and paper for a week or a month or something and compare that to, you know, using digital calendars, task manager apps and stuff. But sometimes it's nice to just kind of write things out on paper like this. So I will usually bring this with me anytime I travel. All right, in this last section, let's talk about my camera gear. I'm not the most knowledgeable about videography yet, but I am, you know, getting pretty into it. And one of the things I want to do is to really build a good, compact, minimalist, low friction video vlogging setup, because one of the things I want to do more on this channel is take more lifestyle content. So in addition to these videos where I'm just kind of at home talking to the camera like this, I want to actually go out into the world, showcase my everyday lifestyle, and I want a way to film that as easily as possible where I don't have to bring around a bunch of gear with me and there's very little friction for me to actually take these videos. You know, they say the best camera is the one that you take with you. So still working on that. If you have any recommendations for gear besides what I have here, definitely let me know. But I usually keep my camera stuff in this middle compartment here because I feel like it's gonna be the most secure, you know, in the middle of the backpack. And as for the camera itself, I use the Sony ZV-E10 as of right now. I don't have it here because I'm actually filming this video with it, but I'll put some clips on screen. And so far it's been a really good camera. It is an APS-C camera, so not a full frame camera. And if you're looking for something that's entry level, but better than like your phone or like the super entry level cameras, I would definitely recommend it. If you pair it with the right lenses that I'm about to talk about, you can get some really good video out of it. And it's super small and lightweight as well. The lenses I have with it are the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. This is the one that I was using the most for a while, and a lot of people really like this from the comments. They always ask me, you know, how I got my video quality so good, and I think it's because of this lens for the most part. It's f1.4, so you can get that nice blurry background. And then I also have the Sigma f2.8 18mm to 50mm lens, which is what I'm using right now, and I like to use that for these farther shots or more cinematic B-roll footage. But both lenses are really good. I really like the Sigma lenses, and they're a lot more affordable than some of the Sony lenses, which I, to be honest, haven't really tried because they're so expensive. All right, and I also have the DJI Mic 2, I believe it's called, which is actually the mic that I'm using right now to record. It comes in this nice little case. It's kind of like a big AirPods case, and it's got these mics in here. I have this little lavalier attachment here, and it's a good way to get some high quality audio without having to have like a big mic setup, XLR cables and everything. And so I think this will pair nicely if I'm trying to film more stuff out of my home on the go and things like that. What do you mean? Wow. And this is my cat, Sashimi. We carry her with her all the time in this backpack. Just kidding, but she wants to be in the video. And yeah, that's it for the DJI Mic 2 and a couple other things. I got this small rig clamp thing, which is pretty nice as well. It allows you to get these more unorthodox shots with your video camera because you can kind of clamp it onto various things like a window or the ceiling or a cabinet or something, and get some nice footage that way. What are you doing? Okay, maybe she does want to be part of the everyday carry. But yeah, this is super cool, and it's another really nice minimal camera accessory that I can carry with me just in my sling bag like this, or without, you know, worrying about carrying around a big bulky tripod. All right, and that about does it for my everyday carry. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried any of these things and what your experience has been like, and if you have any recommendations for me, definitely let me know down in the comments. Do something today that your future self will thank you for.